Soviet athletes built bulletproof shoulders with zero equipment. Back then, there were almost no gyms, so they got creative and discovered how to build shoulders that were not only massive but also super strong. While Western programs use 8 to 12 reps, Soviet coaches discovered one rep range that modern gyms still completely ignore. The result is shoulders that look incredible and perform even better. Most people think you need a gym to build big shoulders. The Soviets proved the opposite. With nothing but body weight and intelligent programming, you can build shoulders that rival anyone in a commercial gym. But here's what's wild. The Soviet approach contradicts everything modern fitness teaches about shoulder training. They train less frequently, use lighter intensity most of the time, and focus on movement quality over pure volume. Yet their results are undeniable. Bulletproof, massive shoulders. That's what happens when you train the Soviet way. Let's talk about why most shoulder training fails. The first mistake is training in isolation. People do lateral raises, front raises, reverse flies, all targeting individual deltoid heads. The theory is isolated movements build isolated muscles. The reality is shoulder development requires a complete system. Your lats, your upper back, your chest, your triceps, they all support shoulder development. Isolating deltoids without foundation creates imbalanced, weak shoulders. The Soviets trained shoulders as part of a complete system. Then there's the constant maximum intensity approach. Train to failure every session. Push heavy every day. The theory is maximum effort equals maximum growth. The reality is constant maximum intensity destroys your joints and burns out your nervous system. Your shoulders are small joints. They can't handle constant maximum loading. The Soviets trained mostly at 70 to 85% intensity. This allowed frequent training without joint destruction. Frequency beat intensity every single time. The lack of periodization mistake is another one. Do the same workout week after week. Same exercises, same reps, same sets. The theory is consistency builds results. The reality is your body adapts and plateaus. You need variation. You need waves. You need strategic loading and deloading. The Soviets used structured periodization. Accumulation phases, building foundation. Transmutation phases, increasing intensity. Realization phases, maximizing strength. This wave pattern prevented burnout and kept progress coming for years, not months. The neglecting supporting muscles approach is another common mistake. Train shoulders without training back. Build front delts without strong lats. Your shoulders don't work in isolation. Your back supports shoulder development. Your chest and triceps balance shoulder strength. The Soviets built complete shoulder systems, back strength first, then shoulder pushing, then arm support. Everything connected. And finally, there's the rushing progression approach. Try advanced variations before building foundation. Attempt handstand push-ups before mastering pike push-ups. Jump to hard progressions immediately. The theory is advance as fast as possible. The reality is proper progression takes time. Your nervous system needs to learn patterns. Your joints need to adapt to load. Your connective tissue needs to strengthen. The Soviets had patience. They built foundations first. Progressions followed naturally. Every conventional shoulder approach has the same fatal flaw. It either isolates instead of integrating, or it ignores periodization, or it rushes progression. The Soviet method solves all three problems. Soviet sports scientists created the GTO program back in 1931. This was mandatory physical training for every school, university, and military facility across the Soviet Union. Millions of people followed the same system. It worked because they figured out three principles that modern fitness still doesn't understand. First is structured periodization. They split training into three phases. Accumulation phase with high volume and lower intensity to build foundation. Transmutation phase where intensity increases but volume stays controlled. Realization phase where volume drops but intensity maxes out. This wave pattern prevented burnout and kept progress continuous for years. Second is submaximal training. They trained mostly at 70 to 85% intensity, not constantly maxing out. This meant they could train way more often, build better technique, and avoid destroying their joints. Soviet Olympic lifters were smashing records at age 36 because their bodies weren't wrecked by age 26. They trained smart, not just hard. Third is technical mastery over everything. The Soviets cared about perfect movement, controlled reps, and building strength that actually lasted. Big muscles were just a side effect, not the main goal. This is exactly why their methods work so well for bodyweight training. You can't fake a handstand push-up. Your body either has the strength and control, or you're kissing the floor. Technical mastery is everything. Here's how they structured shoulder sessions. 3 to 5 sets per exercise, 5 to 8 reps per set, full rest between sets, 2 to 3 minutes minimum. They wanted complete recovery. High training volume spread over weeks and months, not destroying yourself in one session. They'd rather train 6 days a week at 80% than 3 days a week at 100%. This kept their nervous system fresh and their joints healthy. You might think 5 to 8 reps seems low. But remember, we're talking full body weight exercises. 5 perfect handstand push-ups is absolutely brutal. Because they use submaximal intensity most of the time, they could practice these movements almost daily without overtraining. Frequency beat intensity every single time. They also rotated exercises, changed rep schemes, and varied intensity in intelligent ways. Some weeks higher reps with easier variations, other weeks harder progressions with lower reps. This constant intelligent variation kept their bodies adapting without hitting walls or getting injured. Here are the actual movements. First is pull-ups with wide grip. You're thinking pull-ups are a back exercise. Why start here? Because Soviet athletes knew something most people don't. Your shoulders don't work in isolation. You need that thick upper back and strong lats to support shoulder development and create that V-taper. For these pull-ups, grip wider than shoulder width. This puts more emphasis on your upper back. Pull fast on the way up, lower slow and controlled. 3 to 4 seconds lowering. This builds both strength and control. Perform 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Don't have a pull-up bar? Find a local park with bars. This is non-negotiable for shoulder development. Second is body rows, also called Australian pull-ups or inverted rows. These build back thickness that supports your shoulders from behind. You can do them on a bar with your feet on the ground. That's challenging for most people starting out. Easier option, grab gymnastics rings, hang them from your pull-up bar and row from those. Rings let you adjust the height so you can make it easier or harder. This exercise is crucial. It builds the back foundation that shoulders need. Third is ring curls for biceps. Yeah, we're isolating arms too, because shoulder development needs strong biceps and triceps for balance. Set up your ring setup again. Lean back. Keep your body straight. Curl yourself up by bending only at the elbows. This is way harder than it looks. Your biceps and entire upper body engage. This builds the arm strength that supports shoulder pressing. That's your full pull day, building the foundation your shoulders need. Now let's talk about pushing. This is where you directly hammer those shoulders, chest, and triceps. First is pike push-ups. This is your shoulder press equivalent. You're basically doing an upside-down push-up that loads your shoulders instead of your chest. Form an upside-down V shape with your body. Your hands are on the ground. Your hips are high. Your head is between your hands. From here, lower your head toward the ground by bending your elbows. Then press back up. If you're just starting, do these on the floor. If you're stronger, elevate your feet on a couch or chair. The higher your feet, the more weight on your shoulders. If you're really advanced, do full handstand push-ups against a wall. Perform 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps for pike push-ups, 3 to 5 reps if doing handstand push-ups. Second is incline push-ups for front delts. Elevate your feet on something and put your hands on the floor. This angle hits your upper chest and front delts hard. If you have parallettes or push-up handles, even better because you can go deeper. If not, the floor works fine. I like to superset these with regular push-ups. Do 15 incline push-ups. Immediately drop to regular push-ups for another 10 to 15. That's 1 set. Do 3 sets total. This combination builds complete chest and shoulder development. Here's your beginner's roadmap based on Soviet progression principles. Weeks 1 through 4, master the basics. Do pike push-ups on the floor, 3 sets of 5 to 8 reps 3 times per week. Do assisted pull-ups using a chair or resistance band, 3 sets of 5 to 8 reps. Do regular push-ups and knee push-ups if regular is too hard. 3 sets of 8 to 12. This builds your foundation. Don't rush it. Your nervous system needs time to learn the patterns. Your joints need time to adapt to load. Weeks 5 through 8, add volume and difficulty. Elevate your feet for pike push-ups. Add body rows to your pull days. Start practicing handstand holds against a wall for 10 to 30 seconds at the end of each session. You're not doing handstand push-ups yet, just holding the position to build stability and confidence. Keep progressing your pull-ups. Try to use less assistance. Your pulling strength improves steadily. Weeks 9 through 12, attempt advanced progression. Try negative handstand push-ups. Kick up to a handstand, lower yourself down slowly. Don't press back up yet, just negatives. 3 sets of 3 to 5. Keep your pike push-ups as a warm-up. Your body is adapting to the movement pattern. Your shoulders are becoming stronger. Weeks 13 and beyond, you're in the full program. You can do some handstand push-ups, even if it's only 1 or 2 per set. That's fine, do those. Finish with negatives. You're doing proper pull-ups. Your push-ups are strong, your dips are developing. Now you just follow Soviet periodization. Some weeks, push intensity with harder variations and lower reps. Other weeks, back off slightly with easier progressions and higher volume. This wave pattern is what kept Soviet athletes progressing for decades. Always remember, 1 perfect rep beats 5 garbage reps every single time. The Soviets weren't in a rush, neither should you be. Here's the critical principle. Train for frequency, not intensity. Most people train 3 days per week at maximum effort. The Soviets trained 6 days per week at 80% effort. Your shoulders adapt better to consistent stimulus than to occasional maximum stimulus. Frequency builds adaptation. Intensity prevents recovery. Choose frequency. Your shoulders will respond by becoming massive and strong. Here's what I want you to do. Not a 2-week experiment, not an 8-week challenge, a 16-week commitment to Soviet shoulder development. Start this week. Establish your baseline. Perform the beginner protocol for week 1 through 4 if you're a beginner. If you already have strength foundation, start at week 5. Perform pull days and push days alternating 3 times per week. That's pull, rest, push, rest, pull, rest, push, rest, pull, rest, push, rest. Complete rest day. 6 training days, 1 complete rest day. Track your progression. Every 2 weeks, add either 1 more rep or slightly harder variation. Your pike push-ups progress to elevated pike push-ups. Your pull-ups progress to less assistance. Your incline push-ups progress to full push-ups. Gradual, consistent progression is everything. By week 16, your shoulders will be completely transformed. Not just bigger, stronger, more capable, more resilient. If you're committing to Soviet shoulder development, drop a comment saying Soviet shoulders and let me build a community of people who understand that intelligent training beats random intensity. And if you want detailed form coaching for each exercise, how to handle plateaus, nutrition guidance for shoulder growth, or how to continue progression beyond 16 weeks, hit subscribe and turn on notifications because we're building the most scientifically backed bodyweight shoulder community on the internet. People who train like the Soviet athletic machine. Soviet athletes discovered that shoulder development requires 3 principles: structured periodization with waves of intensity and volume, submaximal training most of the time, allowing frequent stimulus, technical mastery over everything, add complete system training with back support, pull exercises first, push exercises second, arm support work. That's the entire system. That's all you need. The decision is simple. Chase isolated shoulder exercises and build imbalanced weak shoulders, or commit to complete system Soviet training and build bulletproof massive shoulders. The commitment is sustainable. 6 training days per week, 30 to 40 minutes per session. That's it. The results are inevitable. From wherever your shoulder strength is now to massive shoulders that look incredible and perform even better. Now perform your first training session. Establish your baseline, and I'll see you in the next video.